Good morning. Good morning. It is a great day for transformation. It is a great day for transformation. Thank you for joining us again this morning. I am Samion Crumby, aka Samuel Crumby Jr., founder and leader of One Transformation Center. And it is a beautiful day for transformation. I'm so glad that you've joined us. Look forward to jo- continuing this journey with you this morning. For those who have been with me previously, thank you. I really appreciate your company. I really appreciate you allowing me to join you and accompany you on your journey. It means a lot to me. Those who are here for the first time, I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to have you as a part of as the transformers, as our transformation team, a team of light workers, a team of manifestors, intentional manifestors. Thank you for being with us. And we hope that you get out of this everything that you desire, everything that you're looking for, everything that you deserve. In addition to that, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to YouTube, One Transformation Center, as well as all the other social media platforms that we're part of, Facebook and Instagram. I don't know why I always forget that one. Facebook and Instagram. Take a moment just to like, to follow. We put some wonderful information up there daily, just to keep you locked in, to keep you motivated, keep you inspired to be a prefaces of your healing. We're here for you. We're here for you, and we enjoy the opportunity to engage with you, to share our hashtags with you, so that you can help us to be able to support and join other people on their journey. So we thank you for being with us. Grand rising to those. The comment section is open for those who want to make comments, those who have a contribution that they desire to make. You can feel free to leave us a comment in the comment section. More people are coming in. We thank you. Welcome, welcome. It's a great day for transformation. So glad that you're joining us this morning. Um, we're going to start out with the oath of manifestation. The oath of manifestation is where we're going to begin. Uh, for those who have followed us before and just join us for the first time, the oath of manifestation is where we're beginning this morning. And I just want to challenge you just in the space of understanding and clarity that this oath of manifestation is something that's real. It's something that begins within us. It's life that we speak and declare into us, into our daily journey, that awakens us and aligns us with opportunities and information that is awaiting us that maybe appear to be outside of our minds. It's within us, it's aligned with us, it's just waiting for us to be able to become available or more available to its support. And so, as a quick testimony, I subscribe to the Oath of Manifestation every morning, whether it's 6 a.m. Monday through Friday or 8 a.m. Saturday and Sunday, and periodically throughout the day as well, just as a reminder of who I am and what is available to me and that which is invested in me. And by doing so, it has created some opportunities that I was not expecting. It's created some resources and monies that I was not expecting. So I want to empower you, especially if you're desiring something greater than what you have been experiencing before, to operate, to initiate, to declare the oath of manifestation into your mindset and speak life into you through it. In addition to that, I implore you to join us each and every morning and watch. Just give us 1 week and watch how things begin to shift and transform in your life and bring you to a space of awareness that allows you to really flourish. Just 1 week. Bet on yourself. I know sometimes you may say that, hey, getting up a little early is it's not my thing. Well, we have to be willing to do the things that we don't normally do in order to get results that we aren't accustomed to receiving. You know, Einstein said the definition of insanity is when we continue to do the same things and expect a different result. I, for one, cannot have that level of complacency in my life. I, for one, uh, am not interested in that fashion wardrobe choice. You know, that mental jacket, a straight jacket that has you hands in the back. So I, for one, have made the decision, determination each and every moment, each and every day, to make a different decision, to show up differently, to better myself, to invest in myself. We give so much of our time, so much of our energy to other people, to jobs, to social circles, organizations, churches, so on and so forth, that we make the decision to make us last. Where else can you get the type of results, the type of return on investment than investing in yourself? Where else can you control the level of investment that you receive than betting on yourself and investing in yourself? So take these moments, take these times, take these opportunities to connect with who you are and to get more understanding of whose you are and move beyond your perceived limitations. Whether you know it or not, the truth is the only limitations you have are those that you impose upon yourself. So if you do not desire to be limited, take your shackles off. Remove your limitations. We're going to get more into that in our affirmational reading today. But as I stated, let's begin with the oath of manifestation. Let's begin with the oath of manifestation. It's on the screen. Tune in, tap into it. Declare it with your very fervor, the very fervor of your being. Okay? Let's begin by taking a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Hold it for 2 minutes. Through your mouth. As we begin to proclaim this oath of manifestation. And so we declare, I accept and receive unexpected good, unexpected money, unexpected love, unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity, coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places in my life and in the life of others. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the lavish abundance of the universe. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. My acceptance makes it real and opens the space for manifestation to rush in. I open wide the doors of my consciousness to receive and to give. It is done now. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I declare absolutely that I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me. I feel it powerfully happening now. I open to receive more abundance and give more abundance than I have ever experienced before. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I am so prosperous, I need never worry again. I am grateful for everything, for all that I already have, and grateful for all that I am ready to give. I keep myself lifted in high consciousness, no matter what the appearances are. God is all there is. God is all there is. God is all there is. I let the God times roll, and so it is. So it is. And so it is. Take this moment just to love on yourself, forgiving yourself opportunity to access more of yourself, access more of the resources that are in alignment with who you are, to access more of the joy and the unexpectedness that are available to you, the kindness, the love, the prosperity, the abundance. It is yours. Tap into it. Tap into it. All right, so let's go ahead and shift over. We just did the oath of manifestation. We're taking that down now. And then we're going to move into the affirmative reading. Today's affirmative reading. Today's affirmative reading comes from Course in Miracles, Lesson 70. A Course in Miracles, Lesson 70, which states, my salvation comes from me. It says, my salvation comes from me. Let's prepare ourselves and our minds to receive the reading of the day. I've already meditated on this, and I'm telling you, it's something powerful and restorative. It is amazing. And I hope that you have the opportunity to get out of it what I received. And it reads, my salvation comes from me. All temptation is nothing more than some form of the basic temptation not to believe the idea for today. Salvation seems to come from anywhere except from you. So too does the source of guilt. You see neither guilt nor salvation as in your own mind and nowhere else. I repeat that. You see neither guilt nor salvation as in your own mind and nowhere else. When you realize that all guilt is solely an invention of your mind, you also realize that guilt and salvation must be in the same place. And understanding this, you are saved. The seeming cost of accepting today's idea is this. It means that nothing outside of yourself can save you. Nothing outside yourself can give you peace. But it also means that nothing outside yourself can hurt you or disturb your peace or upset you in any way. Today's idea places you in charge of the universe. I read again. Today's idea places you in charge of the universe. Where you belong because of what you are. Again, I'll read that one more time. I want to make sure we grasp that. Today's idea places you in charge of the universe. where you belong because of what you are. This is not a role that can be partially accepted, and you must surely begin to see that accepting it is salvation. It may not, however, be clear to you why the recognition that guilt is in your mind entails the realization that salvation is there as well. I'll repeat that. It may not, however, be clear to you why the recognition that guilt is in your mind, in your own mind, entails the realization that salvation is there as well. God would not have put the remedy for the sickness where it cannot help. Again, God would not have put the remedy for the sickness where it cannot help. That is the way your mind has worked, but hardly his. He wants you to be healed, so he has kept the source of healing where the need for healing lies. You have tried to do just the opposite, making every attempt, however distorted and fantastic it might be, to separate healing from the sickness for which it was intended and thus keep the sickness. Your purpose to ensure that healing, your purpose was to ensure that healing did not occur. God's purpose was to ensure that it did. Today, we practice realizing that God's will and ours are really the same in this. God wants us to be healed, and we do not really want to be sick because it makes us unhappy. Therefore, in accepting the idea for today, we are really in agreement with God. He does not want us to be sick, neither do we. He wants us to be healed. So do we. We are ready for 2 longer practice periods today, each of which should last some 10 to 15 minutes. We will, however, still let you decide when to undertake them. We will follow these practices for a number of lessons, and it would again be well to decide in advance when would be a good time to lay aside for each of them, and then adhering to your own decisions as closely as possible. Begin these practice periods by repeating the idea for today, adding a statement signifying your recognition that cannot, that salvation comes from nothing outside of yourself. I say that again. Begin these practice periods by repeating the idea today that salvation comes from nothing outside of you. You might put it this way: my salvation comes from me. It cannot come from anywhere else. Just as a sidebar, one of the 2 times will be together. We'll do them together. We'll do it together. Then devote a few minutes with your eyes closed to reviewing some of the external places where you have looked for salvation in the past. In other words, in other people, in possessions, in various situations and events, and in self-concepts that you thought to make real, recognizing that it is not there. Again, we're going to also, within this 10 to 15 minute period, we're going to devote a few minutes with your eyes closed, reviewing some of the external places where you have looked for salvation in the past. As a matter of fact, let's begin. Let's take a moment. For those who can close their eyes, please do so at this time. As you begin to take a few deep breaths, just becoming aware, acknowledge your breath. Acknowledge your breath as it is without changing a single thing. I want you to acknowledge your body in the current posture that it is in, and those who aren't able to close their eyes, just soften your gaze a bit. Acknowledge your body posture. Do you feel stress? Do you feel ease? Feel relaxed? Just as you are. This is a simple acknowledgement, not a request to change. Now I want you to begin to take a few deep breaths. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And I want you to repeat after me. My salvation comes from me. It cannot come from anywhere else. My salvation comes from me. It cannot come from anywhere else. Repeat that mantra just a few more times. And for those who are unaware, this is called ownership. We're taking ownership. There's freedom in ownership. My salvation comes from me. It cannot come from anywhere else. Now we're going to devote a few minutes with your eyes closed to review some of these external places where you have looked for salvation in the past, in other people. Perhaps it's been in a relationship, one that is current or previous. Family members, children, acquaintances, co-workers, a life partner, a spouse, a best friend, maybe a pet. Let's begin to look at our possessions. Have you found a sense of salvation in your possessions? Like these possessions have given you a sense of idea of power, of presence, of prestige. Maybe it's the house that you own, or the car that you drive, or the apartment that you rent. Maybe it's the business that you run or own, or the position, the title that you have reached, the money in your accounts, jewelry or clothing. Also, look at some various situations and events that have occurred in your life. Have you ever felt like a relationship has completed you? That without that relationship, you do not exist? You were less than? You were without? Perhaps it's drugs. alcohol, or any other thing that has given you a false sense of reality. It helps you to phase, transition into something temporarily to cause you to feel better, to give you a sense of happiness. Let's look at the self-concepts that we've sought to make real. These self-concepts that we've adopted into our lives to give us meaning and or purpose. These ideologies and philosophies that no longer serve us, but yet we still hold on to them. We still give them life and credibility. What about those? As you begin to recognize these items, as you begin to recognize them, declare, my salvation cannot come from any of these things. My salvation cannot come from any of these things. My salvation comes from me and only me. My salvation comes from me and only me. And as you are reciting this, ask yourself, as you're trying to rationalize holding on to any of these things outside of yourself, what is the only constant in this moment? What is the only constant in my mind? Is it any of these possessions? Any of these people? These various situations and or events? Is it these self-concepts, philosophies, and ideologies that we've sought to make real? Or is it you? Are you the constant in this situation? Continue to chant, continue to recite, to repeat the mantra. My salvation cannot come from any of these things. My salvation comes from me and only me. My salvation comes from me and only me. Now, we will try to reach the light in you, which is where your salvation is. You cannot find it in the clouds that surround the light, and it is in them you have been looking for it. It's in the clouds. It's not there. It is past the clouds and in the light beyond. Remember that you will have to go through the clouds before you can reach the light. But remember also that you have never found anything in the cloud patterns you've imagined that endured or that you wanted. Just remember that you have never found anything in the cloud patterns you imagined that endured. And the cloud patterns you have imagined that has endured or that you wanted. So, since the illusion of salvation has failed you, surely you do not want to remain in the clouds, looking vainly for idols there, when you could so easily walk on into the light of real salvation. Try to pass the clouds by whatever means appeals to you. Try to pass the clouds by whatever means appeals to you. If it helps you, think of me holding your hand and leading you. And I assure you, this will be no idle fantasy. I'm here for you. God is in this too. And when you're ready, take a few deep breaths. Mindful deep breaths and exhale. And begin to softly open your eyes. And I want you to study. Just take a moment to consider how you feel. To think about how you feel. To be present with this experience. For God is here with you in this moment. As we conclude the reading for the 4 short and frequent practice periods today, remind yourself that your salvation comes from you. And nothing but your own thoughts, can hamper you, can hamper your progress. You are free from all external interferences. You are in charge of your salvation. You are in charge of the salvation of the world. So periodically throughout the day, I want you to have short periods of time that you remind yourself that my salvation comes from me. Nothing outside of me can hold me back. Within me is the world's salvation and my own. Again, remind yourself for short and frequent practice periods today that my salvation comes from me. Nothing outside of me can hold me back. Within me is the world's salvation and my own. We give thanks. Let's take a moment to give thanks. Father, Mother God, creator of all things, guardian angels, universe, our ancestors, all that works together for our best and highest good, we'd like to say thank you. Thank you for this constant reminder and this shift to realign with where our true salvation lies. Thank you for helping us to begin to see that we have clouded our judgment and we have placed ourselves in the clouds so much so that we refuse to move into the light. where our power truly exists. That light that is sanitizing, that is cleansing, that is purifying. Thank you for supporting us in moving and eradicating these idols that we've created in our mind, whether it's some people, places, or things. We thank you for the releasing of these ideologies. We thank you for releasing of these philosophies. We thank you for releasing these people, places, and things, these titles that prevent us from being the truth of who we are, for seeing the truth of who we are, that prevent us from aligning to our true source, to our true salvation. For you said, have no other God before thee. And you also remind us so frequently that we are an extension and reflection of you. You say you created us in thine own image. You also remind us that the kingdom of God is within. Thank you for the reminder that everything we need, everything that we desire, everything that supports us is within us, not without us. So we take your cues today and return within ourselves. Take back our power and to seize our salvation as it truly relies within ourselves. It begins with our decision. Thank you for this moment to shift our minds so that we may be able to realize and fully embrace, allow ourselves, accept ourselves as we are in our full authority. For the power invested in us is greater than the power that's invested in these things that we've held on to, thinking that they would provide us with a sense of salvation, but yet have often forsaken us, have often disappointed us, have often let us down. We give thanks. We give thanks for the air that we breathe, for the opportunity to see another moment, another day, to be the light for others, to be that fruit that others find to be viable, to be delicious, and that gives them the inquiry to gives them the ability to inquire more into who we are and whose we are. We thank you for supporting us and becoming more attractive to the world instead of being more attracted to the world. We give thanks for all that we are and for all that you are within us this day and forevermore. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Ashe. Asheo. Thank you so much for those who joined. And I also want to remind you that we have on tomorrow we have the continuation. We have the continuation of series. If you missed any part of it, or if you missed any part of this, you can always go to the YouTube stream, YouTube at O.N.E Transformation Center to catch up. They're all recorded. They're all available to listen to, whether you're live or in person. We welcome your feedback. We welcome your interaction. But as I stated, on tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have the Transform My Life stream with the 13-week Magnanimous Manifestation series. We're on week 3. Prior 2 weeks have been mindfulness. Last week was attunement. So make sure you tune in, check in, bring someone with you. Thank you for your support. If you feel the need to support us in addition, whether it's monetarily or just being an active service in kind. We look forward to having you. We welcome you as we continue to grow this movement of transformers, this movement of transforming lives and relationships, healing lives and relationships across the globe. We're here to be an inspiration. We're here for God. We're here for you. We thank you for the opportunity to be in your life. And feel free to join us tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as we continue to wake up and to position ourselves to be the light to the world, to be the light for ourselves, to be the change we desire to see. Until then, continue to be great.